So why do people move? What would make you pack up your life and head to a new city or even a different state? Is it family? Is it career? Is it adventure? Or maybe it's just better weather? Let me share a couple of stories that might hit close to home. First of all, let's talk about my dentist. Now, I'm not going to say that I follow him around like a little groupie, but he seriously is that good. He's a magician with a drill, and I was certain that he'd be fixing my teeth until the end of time here in Utah. But then life threw him a curveball. His in-laws, who live out of state, needed help due to some serious health issues. The next thing I know, I'm getting a little video message from him and his wife saying that they've sold the practice and are moving. His face was a mixture of heartbreak and determination, because at the end of the day, love for family trumps everything else. Then there's also this lovely couple that I know. They don't have any kids, but they had just finished building their dream home. I'm talking about the perfect design, stunning finishes, a garden to rival Eden, and plenty of space for their dogs to live their very best life. But guess what? They're selling it. Why? He got an incredible job offer here in Utah, one that was too good to pass up. They're a bundle of nerves and excitement, knowing they're trading their dream home for a new adventure that promises more income and a boost to his self-esteem. So what about you? What would make you move? What are your move triggers? Whether it's love, career, or something else, we all have that one thing that could make us take the leap. There is a new trend in California, and it's not the latest superfood or yoga pose. It's a mass migration of the Golden State to the Beehive State. But why, you ask? What could possibly tempt sun-loving, beach-going Californians to trade their palm trees for pine trees? Buckle up, because we're about to take a road trip through the top reasons why Utah is the new California dream. And spoiler alert, it's not just because of the snow. So why exactly are so many Golden Gators packing up and moving to the Beehive State? Let's dive in and find out. Californians consider a move to Utah often ask a variety of questions, primarily centered around the differences in lifestyle, cost of living, and the housing market. Here are some of the most common inquiries in regards to cost of living, housing market, quality of life, job market, cultural, social differences, and climate to follow. So, what are your reasons? Would you like to talk to an expert who can answer your Utah questions? Leave a comment below, give me a call, or shoot me a text. I am happy to guide you through the decision-making process. Okay, let's talk dollar and cents. One of the biggest reasons Californians are Utah bound is the cost of living. In California, the average home price in the north is upwards of $700,000, while in Utah, it's closer to $500,000. That's a saving of $200,000. Imagine what you could do with that extra cash. Perhaps you could finally take up skiing or buy that fancy mountain bike in addition to your new Utah home. According to recent studies, Utah cost of living is about 20% lower than California's, making it a no-brainer for those looking to stretch their hard-earned dollars further. Okay, so let me tell you about some clients who grew up in Utah, then they made the classic move to sunny California. They soaked up the beach life and raised their family there. But now their oldest 3 children are all grown up and their youngest 2 are in middle school. They decided they needed to head back to Utah. The big reason? They wanted to be close to her aging parents who are facing some health challenges. And here's the fun part about the whole story. They didn't come alone. They convinced his brother to pack up his whole family as well and make the move back to Utah all together. Now back in Utah, they're snagged a house that's twice the size their California place. Imagine going from cramped to comfortable overnight. With more rooms to stretch out and a yard that's practically a playground, they're loving the extra space. Plus, he works from home and, jaw drop, he's got phenomenal views right there in his sweet office. Talk about an upgrade. And then the kids, well, they found they are great in their sports teams and they're just as busy in Utah as they were in California. As for the brother and his wife, they also found out how much they loved having open land and lots of it. We found them the perfect spot in a rural area where they bought several acres. Now they're living a farm life with goats and chickens and pigs and dogs and cats And yes, I'm pretty sure they just bought a cow. And get this, they've even convinced their best friends to move with them too. I'll be helping them find a place soon. They also wanted me to call and work my magic on her parents, who, by the way, could really use a stress-free retirement near their grandchildren after a high-pressured job in California. I truly believe that homes and people match. I believe that home is where the heart is. Your lifestyle is shaped by where you choose to live. Your hopes and dreams can come true when you make the right real estate decisions and find the perfect place to call home. I'm Janet Marroquin with Coldwell Banker Realty, and my website is janetsellshomesinyutah.com. Another big reason is the fact that Utah is like a giant playground with 5 national parks, stunning mountains, and year-round outdoor activities. It's no wonder Californians are falling in love with Utah's natural beauty. In fact, a recent survey found that 70% of people who moved to Utah cited outdoor recreation as a significant factor. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to trade the 405 freeway for one of the scenic hikes that you can run across in Utah? My clients I mentioned earlier love to fish. They have found so many favorite spots near their home. They also enjoy paddleboarding and hiking in the mountains. They feel like they have barely scratched the surface when it comes to outdoor activities that they can enjoy in Utah. Her parents have a boat and they have gone to the lake, which is near their home, with their children who are now learning to water ski. One of their favorite splurges after selling their home in California and coming to Utah was to purchase a hot tub. They absolutely love it. They have great views, they can enjoy it no matter what the season, and their only complaint is they just aren't using it enough. If nature is your healing balm, Utah could just be the perfect place for you. We will address the additional benefits of the 4 seasons as well in just a minute. Okay, another huge draw to Utah is the booming economy. Did you know that Utah consistently ranks #1 as the best state in job growth? The tech industry, often referred to as the Silicon Slopes, has exploded in recent years, bringing in jobs and opportunities galore. Texas Instruments are expanding in Utah. They are investing $11 billion. This will create approximately 800 additional jobs, as well as thousands of indirect jobs over the next few years. Second campus of the Intermountain Primary Children's Hospital opened in Lehigh, creating a huge need in additional healthcare workers as well, just to give you a few examples. Californians are finding that they can relocate to Utah and still maintain or even advance their career, all while enjoying a bit more balanced lifestyle. Plus, with the lower taxes, Utah income tax rate is a flat 4.85% compared to California top rate of 13.3%. It's easy to see why Utah is attracting so many transplants. So, are you thinking of moving to Salt Lake City? I have videos that will introduce you to several of the most popular suburbs in Utah. For example, Lehigh, Kaysville, Sugar House, and Sandy, just to name a few. I will take you through various neighborhoods and show you a few of the different price points of homes so that you can see what will fit into your budget. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Salt Lake City, Utah, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know what's going on in the current market in Salt Lake City, Utah, and surrounding suburbs. My name is Janet with Living in Salt Lake City. We get calls and texts every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Salt Lake City, Utah, and surrounding suburbs, and we absolutely love it. Whether you are moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. My information is in the link below so that we can help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah, and surrounding suburbs. For families, Utah is a dream come true. The state is excellent for schools, safety in neighborhoods, and a strong sense of community. In fact, Utah has one of the highest rates of homeownership in the country, and it's easy to see why. Safety is a top priority, creating a secure environment perfect for families and individuals alike. According to SafeWise, Utah has emerged as one of the safest states in the nation, ranking 4th overall. Safety in Utah is 50% higher than the rest of the U.S. Safety is always a concern when looking for a new neighborhood. I have found that each of my clients has a different level of concern when it comes to safety. It is impossible to determine with 100% certainty that a neighborhood will provide the peace of mind that my clients seek. The best way that I know is to advise my clients to find peace of mind in regards to a neighborhood by talking to the neighbors. Some of my clients will complain about what is considered to be a very safe area, while others rave that they adore their neighborhood and feel completely safe in an area that has been perceived as not so safe. I feel it's important for my clients to determine their own level of comfort by exploring the area. I know it isn't the best answer and probably not what you wanted to hear, but it typically comes down to my client's gut or intuition if they feel safe and if it suits their needs. People from California are often surprised just how welcoming and family-oriented Utah is. The kids can roam free and the schools are top-notch, and there's always something fun to do. Okay, so let's talk about weather. In Utah, you are able to experience all 4 seasons. While California is known for its sunny skies, it is also known for wildfires, droughts, and the occasional earthquakes. Utah, on the other hand, offers a balanced climate. You get to enjoy all 4 seasons, yes, even snow in the winter. It is beautiful to experience a little bit of everything. Snowy winters, colorful falls, blossoming springs, and sunny summers. It is hard to pick a favorite season. The snow is the heaviest in December, January, and February. Have you ever gone sledding, skiing, snowmobiling? All of these winter activities are a lot of fun. They might just become one of your new favorite hobbies. The fireplace in your Utah home might become one of those features you never knew that you wouldn't be able to live without. You might just love snuggling up in a warm blanket with the fire, watching one of your favorite TV series. If you are not a fan of winter, those snowy months can feel very long. But do not fear, because spring is right around the corner. In March, April, and May, you will see blossoming flowers and green mountains. They are so inviting. I love being able to wear a light jacket during this time and feel the soft breeze. This is a perfect time to take a walk or bike on the trails that abound in the Utah neighborhoods. The parks are always a hot spot during this time as well. For barbecues and outdoor gatherings, they are so much fun since you aren't experiencing too much heat or too much cold. If you love to paddleboard or play in the water, you will look forward to June, July, and August. This is when you can head up to the lake. In my opinion, hiking and biking are better in the spring and fall. But if you don't mind a little bit of heat, summer works really well too. The nice thing is that most neighborhoods do have trails that are even within walking or biking distance. If you are looking for a bit more adventure, I talk more about more popular hotspots in my map video for Sugar House, Utah. Most of my map videos share more fun and exciting places to visit in Utah. I don't think that you can ever run out of places to explore here in Utah. The fall leaves are gorgeous as they change colors in September, October, and November. The mountainsides are bursting with red, yellow, and orange leaves. This is my favorite time to head to the mountains for a picnic. Little and Big Cottonwood Canyon are a favorite hotspot, a great option to take a drive and enjoy the breathtaking views. You can take that picnic and find the perfect spot to spend some quality time in nature with your favorite people. The weather is reflective of spring, so a light jacket or no jacket will feel just great. The breeze is light and welcoming. If you are considering Utah, you might want to come once in each season just to see what you think. I have some clients who made the big move from California to Utah. They were lured to Utah by the idea of selling their California home, taking the sweet equity, and buying a home in Utah cash. No mortgage, no problem, right? They did their homework, they took the plunge, and they loved the idea of living mortgage-free. The kids settled into the schools and things were good, except those winters. Let's just say they were not exactly fans of all the snow shoveling. Another thing that they missed, well, they had a vibrant Hispanic culture that they were so used to in California. They had close neighbors, friends, and all the right stores in California to give them the special ingredients of their favorite authentic recipes. After 5 years of Utah life, they realized that they really missed the sunny California lifestyle, the warm weather, the beaches, and the rich culture scene. So back to California they went. And here's the kicker. I have seen the same story play out with 2 other families. But it's not all one-way traffic. I'm also working with a family who's been settled and steadily bringing more and more relatives from California to Utah. I'm currently helping their nephew find a place, and he's hoping that his mom and sister will join him as well, especially after the recent passing of their father. This family has built their own little community here in Utah. More of them are living in the same city. They get together weekly. They help each other with carpool and kids activities, and generally they keep that family bond strong. I've already helped 4 of their families move and find homes in the same neighborhood. And they love working on their other family members so that they can all be here. They don't mind the cold, and with the majority of their loved ones now in Utah, they've managed to maintain their lifestyle and their culture. They do find it interesting, though, that most of their neighbors don't drink and were a bit overwhelmed by the religious nature of the area. They consider themselves Catholic, but aren't regular churchgoers, so it was a bit of an adjustment. But overall, they made it work, and they're loving their life here. Utah has a unique culture that is a blend of old tradition and new ideas. Whether you're into the arts, music, or food, there's something for everyone. Salt Lake City, for example, is home to a thriving art scene with everything from indies music festivals to world classic museums. Californians are finding that Utah offers a sense of community and belonging that can be hard to find in the hustle and bustle of the Golden State. In the end, it's easy to see why so many Californians are making the move to Utah. With a lower cost of living, amazing job opportunities, and endless outdoor activities, Utah offers the perfect blend of work, play, and family life. I have a client who moved from California to Utah several years ago. Their family is religious. They have found a home in the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints community. They participate in Sunday worship. Their children have weekly youth activities. The wife has found a nice mom's group with the women in the religious community. They go to the park with their small children while the older children are at school. The husband plays basketball on Tuesday morning with a group of men he met. Everyone has created a sense of belonging, and they are happy in their neighborhood and community. If you are not religious, do not despair. There are plenty of other communities and groups to join. This is just one easy example. Utah does have a larger religious affiliation since it was founded by the pioneers of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Currently, there are less than half of Utah population, which are still a large part of the group in the state. Religious traditions do still have an influence on the culture in the state. This is mostly reflective in the community spirits and the focus on the family. Okay, so now that we have investigated the reasons why Californians are coming to Utah, let's talk about why some of those same Californians have been returning. Some folks are now making the reverse commute, heading back to the land of sunshine, surf, and yes, a little bit of traffic. I just gave you an example of some of my families that I have helped. So, what's the deal? Why are some people leaving behind the Beehive State for a return to California? Let's dig into some of the reasons behind this California comeback. You can take the Californian out of California, but you can't take the love of the ocean out of California. For many who have made the leap to Utah, it turns out that they just can't live without those endless beach days, surf sessions, and ocean sunsets. A study found that over 60% of those returning to California cited the proximity to the coast as a major reason for their move back. After all, there's something irreplaceable about the sound of the waves crashing and the feel of the sand between your toes that the Wasatch Front cannot replicate. All right, let's face it. California is a global entertainment capital, from Hollywood movies, magic, to music scenes of Los Angeles and a tech innovation of Silicon Valley. There's no place quite like it. For some Utah transplants, the slower pace in life of Utah eventually feels a little too slow. If you're a night owl, you might find Utah's nightlife a bit lacking. You also might want to check out the unique liquor laws. The active members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints do not drink alcohol or coffee. Since there's a large population of members in Utah, the alcohol laws have generally been strict. Utah's liquor laws can be a bit different. For example, you cannot buy full-strength beer in the grocery store. It could be an adjustment. You might be a little shocked to find that there is no wine at Costco in Utah. Utah State liquor stores' higher ABV beer, wine, and liquor are available at Utah's 41 state liquor stores, which are generally open Monday through Saturday from 11 to anywhere between 5 and 10 p.m., depending on the location. Please note that these stores are closed on Sundays. Liquor, wine, and beer are available at licensed restaurants and bars 7 days a week. Alcoholic beverages, services, and licensed restaurants required that food be ordered with a drink. So you can buy 5% alcohol by volume beer practically absolutely anywhere: grocery stores, gas stations, arenas, festivals, and events. If you stay in Salt Lake City on a Sunday, you'll spend most of your morning sitting around talking about what to do and what's open. If all else fails, outdoor activities are always a good bet. Returning to California means being in the thick and thin of everything, attending concerts, catching the latest film premiere, and mingling with creative minds. It's no wonder some folks find the siren calling California vibrant culture impossible to resist. Okay, Utah's job market is booming, no doubt, but California's economy is still one of the largest in the world. Some people who move to Utah have a quieter life eventually realize that their career ambitions were calling them back to the Golden State. With industries like tech, entertainment, and aerospace thriving in California, the potential for career growth can be a powerful draw. According to a recent survey, 45% of those who moved back to California did so for a career-related reason, whether it's climbing the corporate ladder, launching a startup, or chasing creative opportunities. California has long been celebrated for its diversity and inclusivity, and for some, this is a significant factor in their decision to return. The Golden State is a melting pot of cultures, languages, and lifestyles, offering a sense of belonging that some might find lacking elsewhere. Whether it's a vibrant food scene, the multicultural neighborhoods, or the broad spectrum of events and festivals, California's rich diversity is a powerful magnet for those who crave that kind of environment. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Don't some of the Californians leave because of the weather? True, the state has its challenges with wildfires, droughts, and occasional heat waves, but when winter rolls around and the snow starts piling up in Utah, some people start to miss California's year-round mild temperatures. In fact, a surprising number of people who moved back to California cited the weather as one of those reasons. They missed the predictable weather of California's Mediterranean climate and the ability to enjoy outdoor activities all year round without the need of snow boots. There is just something about California that's hard to put in words. A unique vibe which combines the laid-back living with an entrepreneurial spirit. Whether it's trend-setting fashion, the innovative cuisine, or the open mindset attitude, Californians have an energy all of their own. For some Utah transplants, the slower, more conservative lifestyle in Utah simply couldn't match the drastic, anything-goes atmosphere of Californians. Returning to the Golden State meant getting back to their creative, forward-thinking environment that they miss. The nightlife in Utah is limited compared to the larger, more metropolitan states. Once it hits midnight, there are not a lot of opportunities to keep the party alive unless it's at home. In the end, it's all about finding the place that feels like home. For some, that place turns out to be Utah with its stunning landscape, friendly neighborhoods, and peaceful way of life. But for others, the lure of California's coastlines, career opportunities, and cultural diversity was too strong to resist. So if you're considering making a move back to California, know that you're not alone. Whether it's the call of the ocean or the thrill of the entertainment industry or just the sheer love of California's unique vibe, there's no place quite like it. And there's no shame in coming back to where it all began. So whether you're making the move from Utah to California or from California to Utah, give me a call, shoot me a text. Let's talk about the pros and cons for your lifestyle and which move will best suit your needs.